Can you hear me? Hello, Dos Ghosts. Can you hear me? Excellent. Chad, hello. Mike, hello. John, hello. Good, good, good. Hello, Austin. Deep Blue, hello. Matt, hello. John, hello. Zonzon in Belgium, hello. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started in just 1 minute. Def Palm, hello. Oh yes, it's live, uncut, that's for sure. Okay. Welcome everybody to live stream number 2. I am Paul. And the live stream I had planned was unboxing, setting up, and getting a new high-frequency transceiver set up and running, but FedEx has not delivered it. So we're going to have to modify the live stream a little bit. Okay, here's the deal. It is a 10-tech Delta 2 100-watt high-frequency transceiver, and the guy didn't have a microphone, so I've got this Kenwood microphone here, and hopefully I'm going to modify the end so that it will work. So we got the pin out from the Kenwood. Pin 1 is mic, pin 2 is PTT, 3 is PTT ground, 4 is mic ground. For the 10-tech, it is 1 is mic, 2 is ground, 3 is PTT. We're not going to use pin 4. That is the power for an electric mic. And this is a dynamic microphone. So hopefully I'll do this right and nothing will blow up. I got rid of that little Chinese QRP transceiver because 2 reasons. Number 1, my old eyes were having trouble focusing on that teeny tiny little 1.5-inch screen. And number 2, I think I needed more power than 20 watts. I am what you would call location challenged. I have this artist rendition of my homestead here. So here's my little house right here. Here's me in the window. And on this side of me is a 3-story commercial brick building. On this side of me is a 2-story house. I don't know the Q code, John. I could look it up. And right here, well, thank you, Austin. Right here is my 33-foot end-fed vertical antenna. Over here are mountains, and over here are mountains. So I think the 100-watt transceiver is going to do me a lot better good. So while I get to work tackling this microphone, good afternoon, Robert. Is it nice and snowy in Pennsylvania and cold, or you just have a dusting? Oh yeah, Chad, don't forget the power lines at my front door. You know what, I'm not getting too bad on noise. I'm just not reaching out and touching anyone. So if you guys have questions, it doesn't have to be about this project, any kind of electronics questions that I can help and answer, feel free to ask away. You just want to chit chat, we can do that too. So I think from what I understand about the microphone, I need to, hello from the Netherlands. I think what I need to do is, the microphone ground and the PTT ground just need tied together. I think that's all there is to it. Super Slash, I am a ham radio operator, general class. And rather new at it. I just got my ticket a few weeks ago. If you guys don't know, you're new. I'm an electrical engineer. I started out, I got my training when I was 18 in the Navy. And then after that, I went to college at the University of California, San Diego, and got my bachelor's. And after that, I worked for the Navy for a short time as a civilian. Then I moved back here to the Pittsburgh area, and I got my master's from the University of Pittsburgh, where I worked for the Bayer Corporation of aspirin fame as a process engineer. And I made it a habit of strictly avoiding RF stuff. VJ, hello! Yeah, absolutely avoiding RF stuff. So, whenever somebody would ask me anything about RF, I'd say, that's not my thing. Because my motto has always been, weird shit happens at high frequencies. But, last year at some point, I just kind of became interested in playing around with ham radio, so I started studying for the test around Christmas, and I took it midway through February, and I got my license. I am Kilo Echo 8 India X-Ray Echo. Okay, so this connector here, greetings from California. California guy, I missed your name there. I blew up my oscilloscope, so there will be no more videos from that. You guys want to hear how I blew it up? No? Okay. So we'll go on with this project. Oh, Chad does. Well, I was messing around with the Tesla coil. Okay, everybody does. Yeah, I was messing around with the Tesla coil, and I was fitting a hat to it. And I had the scope on, but wasn't connected to anything. I didn't even have the probes plugged in. And it arced to the USB jack, and it just blew the front end of it out. So I am currently in the market for a new scope. Okay, so let's see how well I don't know how well this is coming through. Have I seen your radio mod site? No, DEFPOM I have not, but I will definitely check it out. You can see here, these are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I just need to take the grounds and tie them together on pin 2. Oh no, Robert, it's blowed up. All I hear are dead cords. I've never used an ESP01, just ESP8266 and 32. So here's the interesting question. We've got 2 red wires, a black and a white. So coming from the Kenwood, pin 1 is mic. Okay, so that's the white. Pin 2 is PTT. Yeah, Geeka Hub, I can read you. Quit advertising on my stream. So I need to desolder pins 3 and 4 and resolder them to pin 2. So that's not too bad. 3 and 4. Any of you guys out there are ham operators? I know Chad is. I've had very few contacts in the last week. TEH60. It is a 10-tech Delta 2 Model 536. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Chad. Have you made any contacts this past week? Or are the conditions just totally crap? Which is what I'm guessing. Okay, thank you, Chad. I had a feeling something was amiss. Oop. Where's my tweezers? Got some tweezing to do. Okay, there's one off. We'll get this one off. That's easy enough. Yeah, Robert, static everywhere. I tell you what, that little QRP radio was doing absolutely great on 40 meters, but I couldn't get crap on 20 meters. Def Palm you used to CB, cool. I never really did any CBing. It was I'm 49, so it was kind of popular when I was a kid. I was a little bit young for it, I think. I do, I mean, he's still alive. I do, however, have a cousin, my cousin Mark, who met his wife on the CB back in the 70s. So there we go. Microphone modifications complete. Guys, I gotta tell you what, my mind is blown that I'm almost at 12,000 subscribers. And I know a bunch of you guys have been with me since the beginning. And also, more good news. YouTube has finally backed off on demonetizing my videos. They even sent me a note when I hit the 10,000. So that was just really cool. So hopefully we will start actually making money. Now the site makes a few bucks, but believe me, I put it all back into buying goodies. Well, thank you, Mr. Oliver. I do my best. I have no life. I'm divorced, and I have shared custody of my 14-year-old son. But as a teenager, he has he has no use for my company, really. He just basically lives in his room. Yes, good content and consistency. Well, unless something comes along that prevents me from making a video, there is a new video every day of the week. That's what I do. I used to do a lot of other stuff. I'm a licensed pilot. I used to fly, but the congestive heart failure ended me ever passing a medical again. Yes, he will regret it someday. I just lost my dad last month, and you know, I really wish I'd spent more time with him. I also used to fly radio control planes. I had tons of them, giant scale ones, used 50cc engines. They were a lot of fun. But man, you know what? They all crash eventually, and that got to be expensive. And as an adjunct professor, which professor is much too civilized a word for it, basically just a lecturer, they don't pay that much money. So I had to give up the expensive hobbies, and I just concentrate on having fun like this. So I think the microphone is modified. Now if I just had a radio to plug it in. My dad's look, I'm in for electronics computer back in the 80s. Cool, War Talk. I tell you what, my dad was a school custodian and bus driver. He really wasn't into electronics, but he supported me in everything I did. Hold on a sec, 1 second, guys. I want to show you something. I'll be right back. Just gotta run across the room. All right. There's me and my dad. I was probably, I don't know, 9 years old or so at that point. Maybe 8. Don't really remember. But that was my dad. His name was Bill. That's who I'm named after. Yes, Def Palm, I've seen your channel. Very cool. In fact, last year, you and I reviewed Siglent's oscilloscope at just about the same time. War Talk, 1982, I got my first computer. It was a Timex Sinclair 1000. And I got all I could out of it, believe me. And then in 1984, my parents bought me my first real computer. Yeah, custodians fix things, clean things, whatever needs taken care of, basically. They're all around handyman. Yeah, in 84, I got my first real computer, an Apple IIc. And, I know my parents really sacrificed to get that for me. But I had a lot of fun with it. First Commodore 64 in 85. You know what? I never had a Commodore 64, but I always thought they were really cool. Here's one of my other radios. This is a dual band 2 meter, 70 centimeter. This is the the cheapest radio of all. This is the Baofeng UV5 Plus. This was like 25 bucks I paid for it. Mike, did you like the 2C? I loved it. Oh, Atari 800. My best friend had an Atari 800. That was a really cool computer. I'm sure you guys can hear the train. It's about 50 feet outside my door. Ooh, Linux. I mess around with Linux, but man, that's out of my ballpark. I like the PC. And Osborne. I remember Osborne. Oh, absolutely. I'm getting another multimeter. Like I don't have enough multimeters. Some random Chinese company contacted me and they're sending me one. You know, if you guys are, 20% being productive, 80% modifying, that's for sure. If you guys are interested in multimeters and you're not a multimeter snob like the Australian, these two right here are kick-ass. The Unity UT61E, great multimeter. It has one glaring factor. There's no backlight. in the review and teardown video I did on this, it's got good input protection. And the chip that runs this actually can control a backlight, but they just didn't put it in. This is like 50 bucks, and it's in my Amazon store. No, you can never have too many. Will these meters be in my shop? Yes, they will both be in my shop. Mike, this is the 8008. This is a really cool meter. This one's not in the shop yet. The Unity is. Oh, Pete, good deal. Do you like the Anang meter? I love it. I think it's fantastic. I had a Simpson. Well, my uncle had a Simpson 260 when I was a kid that I used to play with all the time. And this is another one. This one has Bluetooth on it, which is really nice for logging. But I think it's priced a little high. That's why I didn't put it in my store. This one sells for like 75 bucks. If this was in the 50 bucks, Dave Nyberg, they have so many meters. Yeah, I hear that. We have a Harbor Freight in the next town over, Steubenville, Ohio. I go there all the time. Yeah, I love the Anang. I use it all the time. I'll tell you another one. This one, the peak meter. I got this off of Amazon. It's like $12. And I definitely only use it for DC stuff. In fact, the only thing I really use this for is checking resistances. Out of all my meters, except for the Fluke bench meter, this is the absolute most accurate on resistance. It's like 11 bucks. I'll throw that in the store too. Is there anything else you guys want to chat about? Anybody? Oh, here, I'll show you something else. Check this out. I did where do I see my channel going from here? And Steve Edwards, Arduino. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I see my channel growing. Social Blade predicts I'll be at 50,000 in 6 months. The scope is tossed, man. Alright, show it to you. This is that little work light that I got from the country store. What the heck's the name of it? Shoot. It's like Tractor Supply. I can't think of it now. This was $7. Runs off 3 AA batteries. I'm using it for a desk light. But I got tired of forgetting to turn it off and run down the battery, so I made it DC powered. That's bright as shit for $6. How did I set my store up? Amazon sent me an email, and it's called the Influencer Program. I don't know who the hell I influence. Yes, Mike, I did a teardown on it. Def Palm, they sent me an email and asked me if I wanted to be a part of it, and then they just sent me instructions on what to do. Def Palm, email me your contact info. My email is arduino0169@gmail.com, and I will forward you a copy of the email they sent me. Maybe you can get a hold of somebody in there. All right, Steve Edwards, you wanted to talk about Arduino. What would you like to talk about Arduino? I've got lots of them and do many Arduino projects. Steve, you still there? No? Okay, well, pop in, you know, if you think of something. You know what I'm waiting for now is oh, there's Steve. K3NG rotator. I don't know that. Tell me what it is. Okay, Austin, the best project I have done, I don't know best, the most useful project I've done is my aquarium lighting one. I have NeoPixels WS2812B lights in there, and depending on the time of day, it changes. Like it starts out with a dim red early in the morning, and then it brightens up throughout the day, and then it turns to blue in the evening, and then finally to dark red, and it goes off again. Scanlime, I've never heard of it. Pete, you'd like to learn more about the programming language of the Arduinos. And Chad, how many Arduinos have I blown up? Let's say more than 5. Okay, the Arduino programming language is a bastardized C++. Anything... no, I'm not a programming expert here, so I'm kind of guessing, but I'm pretty sure. Anything you can do in C++, any commands will work with Arduino, and then the Arduino has more commands on top of the C++. Like there are Arduino specific commands. It's a rotator for satellite tracking, but uses 3-wire AC cheapo rotators. You know what? I don't know about that program, but I'll definitely check into it because satellite tracking is something I want to get into. You know, with these little $25 handheld radios, you can do sat tracking. They, you know, you need a good antenna like a little tape measure Yagi, but that will work out pretty good. I'm waiting for the ESP32 to have its board definitions and stuff done in the Arduino IDE. I know a lot of you guys probably don't like the Arduino IDE. There's a lot better ones out there, but me being a non-programmer, I like to use it a lot. Oh, another thing. That video I did on how to clean and retin your soldering iron has 250,000 views. Holy crap! I wish I could come up with more ideas like that. Mike, you have an Arduino graveyard? Yeah, I might have one of them. Steve Edwards, I'll tell you what, I will definitely check it out and put together a video on it. Let me make a note to myself. K3NG, correct? Have I heard of the M5 stack? No. Jimmy T, what is the M5 stack? Is that for the ESP32? Oh, Steve, no problem. Guys, anything you want covered or you want done, just let me know and I will do it. Dave Tadlock, yes, I watch Dave Tadlock. I like him. Jimmy T, ESP32 M5 stack, I will check that out. Sean, STM32. Yes, I have one. And I've got the little converter, FTDI converter. And it is on my list of things to do. So what I'm saying is, yeah, there will definitely be a video on it soon. Ham guys, I got a question. High frequency. Switching power supply is okay. I mean, I know about the noise and everything. But other than that, any problems with using one? Chad, you out there? No. Alright. Have I ever thought of doing a project involving software-defined radio, like grabbing pics from satellites? Yes. And I've got more SDR stuff coming up. Mike Oliver, you're correct. HF is black magic. Oh, Steve, you're a ham too? Okay, good. So they're fine. Okay. Because I had to buy a power supply for that 10-tech. Yeah, John, you're right. They were all linear and they weighed about 600 pounds. I enjoyed my time in the Navy. Astron 35. Okay. I put in ground rods yesterday. I put in a little star formation, 5 of them, tied them all together with some 1-inch wide wire braid. Dave Nyberg, yeah, definitely you can do that. I mean, as long as you've got enough storage, you know, from your deep cycles. I know that most high-frequency radios, and one of you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, most high-frequency radios are going to need about 20 to 30 watts to transmit. I know they're lower, very low when they're receiving, but definitely higher in transmitting. Oh, I mounted my Lucian dual bander in the car the other day. My son gets in the car, he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, that's portable ham radio. What do you guys think of the sound on my videos lately? Has it gotten better? I have a new mic. I'm not using it on this. This is coming from mobile from my phone, which is sadly the only way I can stream. But this is the new mic I've been using for videos, a condenser mic. Yeah, that's true, Chad. Have I tried the UM24C USB meter? No. Is that a multimeter? As long as it works, use it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I've tried. I'm also using Audacity. Raspberry Pi transceiver project. Dave, yes. In fact, I ordered a Raspberry Pi hat that will let me do Whisper. And that video is coming up pretty soon. I've also got to finish the video on the robot car. I'm waiting on a switch for that. And then I'm going to get back into the Nixie Tube clock project. So that's going to be coming up hopefully within the next week or so. Plays on. Oh no, that's cool. I'll have to check that out, Jimmy. Thanks for pointing that out to me. And guys, again, my email is arduino0169@gmail.com. Definitely email me anything you want to see. Because I tell you what, sometimes I have trouble coming up with video ideas 7 days a week. What happens is they'll come in spurts. I'll get like 5 or 6 ideas and rock them out in a day and a half, and then after they're done, I'm like scratching my head going, what am I going to do now? Clothesline antenna about 10 years ago. We're about 900 feet above sea level, but where I live is right on the eastern edge of Ohio. Like the Ohio River is maybe 500 feet east of me. And you cross that, you get to the very tippy top of the West Virginia Panhandle. And you cross that and you're in Pittsburgh. War Talk. Yeah, I've got a little something coming up with some LCD graphing programs. I've got 2 separate graph programs coming up. They look kind of like the Nexiton displays, that type of graphic look, but they're not Nexiton. They're just done on the plain old this guy here, the TFT LCD screen. They're done with that using a library for graphing, which is pretty cool. If I could think of the name of it, I would. I'll tell you another cool thing. RLTSDR on a Raspberry Pi. I will look into that, John. Thank you. Let me write that down. This soldering microscope. Oh, you're welcome, John. Like I said, I'm always looking for ideas. This guy is awesome, especially for my old eyes. I'm looking for good Arduino. Grab the book, The Maker's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Cool, I will check that out. You know, I joined the ARRL last week. For you guys that aren't hams, that's just like the National Ham Society kind of thing. And I found a online promo code that said, you know, put this in, we'll send you the free handbook. I'm like, oh, cool, because I know the handbook is a nice, expensive book. Well, what they sent me, it does say handbook, but it's not the one that you always see. It's like basically an advertisement for all their other books. So that was kind of crappy, but that's cool. That's cool. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up here. And thank each and every one of you for coming and spending this half hour with me. I appreciate it. Mike Oliver, doing a build series for a clock. Okay. I appreciate it. I feel like we're all friends. I know that's crazy. And this might be my last year teaching. And if it is, you guys will actually get to see my ugly mug. All right. That's it. I'm out. Peace.